Welcome back to Lights, Camera, Whatever. This is Teacher Ray, and we're back with episode 5 of Imperfect Us. Episode 5. So let me first jump into the description. After Qing Fen's mother-in-law had a bad fall, her life changes drastically. She acts as if she's done something wrong and pays special attention to He Rui Zhi's mood. But the more careful she is, the more mistakes she makes. Yet, looking at a worn-out and guilt-ridden He Rui Zhi, the emotional abuse seems to reveal the anger that she's buried deep down in her heart for 12 years. At the same time, Rebecca is trying to make up with her past self from 12 years ago. She lets go of her past and decides to move on to a new future. However, a competitive Qing Fen makes a decision. This episode had a lot of things inside, and sometimes you really got to watch it very, very carefully. Some people just watch dramas just to watch them, pass the time. I do have my days when I just want background noise, but when I'm really getting into a drama that I like, I will carefully and meticulously pay attention to as much details as I can, because there's no point of introducing a drama to your friends or jumping into a discussion that people are talking about a drama and you have nothing to add, right? It's like, have you seen it? Yeah, I've seen it. What do you think? Oh, it's great. And so when you're jumping into a drama, you should definitely pay attention to the details if you want. But if you're just passing the time by, be it as it may, do as you wish. So, you know what we're going to do? Jump into the questions. Number 1, is it all an imagination? Is it all an imagination? So I'm going to first read something from the Diamond Sutra. This is from Buddha. Like a tiny drop of dew or a bubble floating in a stream. Like a flash of lightning in a summer cloud, or a flickering lamp, an illusion, a phantom, or a dream. So is all conditioned existence to be seen. So this is from the Diamond Sutra, or Sutra. Sorry if I mispronounced that. From Buddha itself. This made me think about a lot of things, because no matter how much money we earn and how many things we have and what we own in regards to materials and to things, we can't take it to the next life. We can't take it anywhere, right? We can't take it to the other side, wherever we're going. And whatever religion you have, whatever's the next step, you can't take it. So for me, I think we should just enjoy the moment. Enjoy what we have right now. Don't take it for granted, especially when you have a beautiful moment, a special moment that you probably will never forget for the rest of your life. Please embrace the moment. Don't just sit there and be like, oh, it's a great day. It's wonderful. Embrace the moment, guys. We have so many things going on around us. It's just, life is moving fast. I understand that. But how about we slow it down? Because sometimes I think it's all imagination. And where our conscious takes us to where we want it to be, what we believe should be the destination of our conscious, and sometimes we don't have control over our conscience. Now, if we don't control our conscious, sometimes I feel we're living in someone else's universe. I always feel like that. Not me personally, but I feel like if I lose control of my conscious, then I am not in my universe. So is it all an imagination? I really have to ask myself sometimes this question. Sometimes, you get a great experience or get a great success in your business and you think, is it real? Or sometimes you just reach the low of the low and you also say the same question, is it real? It's very interesting how that same question can apply to 2 different spectrums, right? It could be something tragically terrible or amazingly exceptional. And you ask the same question, is it real? So is it all an imagination? And I want to know your comments for that question. Number 2, can you hate your ex forever? Guys, I am divorced. I do have 3 kids. My kids are with my ex-wife. It wasn't the best relationship. We had good times, but it didn't end in the way that I would liked it, because we were supposed to end together in the grave. It ended way earlier, but it happened. Life goes on. Things happen that I wish didn't happen. But Can you hate someone for the rest of your life? I want you to honestly sit and think about that question. Hating someone forever. And maybe you probably hate someone so much, you're carrying it into the next life or whatever. Like I said, whatever religion you have, wherever's the next place. Let me just stop saying the next life, the next place, right? Let's just put it there. Could you hate someone your entire life? Now, if they've done something to hurt your family and damage you, and maybe someone's life was lost, or they just put you in the worst financial hole of an abyss that you could ever imagine, I totally understand. Okay. But if it's just breaking up, and sometimes, guys, I have to say, breaking up is a miracle. You're moving on. You're moving on to the next. Now, if you messed up in your relationship and you know you messed up because you're a jerk and you got greedy, that's a whole different conversation. But if you guys just didn't really, get on the same page and you were stubborn and you didn't try, you weren't willing to make change, that's a whole nother conversation. You messed up. You always have to be open to communicate. You always have to be open to try. And if you didn't, they should have broke up with you. But if you genuinely, deep inside the burrows of your heart and your blood, try to save that relationship and it didn't work, guys, that's a miracle. Because maybe it just wasn't meant to be. And I just want to say, you should congratulate yourself because there's so many people stuck in suck marriages. Yes, a lot. And I had to whisper that very loudly. There are so many people who can't get away from that person that they hate. They are stuck. Maybe because of money, because of kids, because of property. Their heart is not in that relationship. So thank God, if you're just boyfriend and girlfriend, you have the ability to move on. Be grateful. But back to my question, me, Teacher Ray, out of the exes that I had, I don't have that many. I'm a person, when I dive in, I dive in. I'm not a person just dating the whole world. I don't hate any of them, right? Some of them I wish, it could have went further, but they weren't ready, right? I didn't want to be some tool, some toy of love that you just come to, I didn't want that. I wanted love. Some, didn't want to introduce me to their family, and I totally respect that. But I don't have time to wait for that, right? But I'm, grateful for every situation that I had, the good moments that I had. I enjoyed it. And they became my exes because things didn't work out. But today in 2024, I don't hate them. I can't hate them forever. Even when I look back, I might smile, but I don't miss them at all. I don't even want to go back. And if they ask me to come back, I would say no, with a smile. So can you hate your ex forever? No, I can't. Number 3, is 24 hours in a day enough? Guys, the honest truth is that if we added 25 or 28, we would still say the same exact thing. It's not enough time. And that goes to say, you need to cherish your time. And guys, as I'm saying this, I'm talking to myself too. I'm not just talking to the audience for lights, camera, whatever. I am actually talking to myself, reiterating to myself. There's another word, reiterate for the non-RBZ English students. That means to stress it again, to emphasize it again. The key word is re. Okay, class over. Now, I would reiterate it again to myself over and over because 24 hours a day, if it was 26 hours a day or it was 30 hours a day, it would never be enough because we are a greedy species. Time, money, love, regret. We are greedy. We know that. You might be shaking your head, whatever. We are a greedy species and we always will be. That is our nature, to want more, to want better, to compare. Comparison is a cancer of the mind. Comparison is a cancer of the mind. I had to repeat that because we all have to stop doing that. So is 24 hours in a day enough? Absolutely not. 28 is not enough. 30 is not enough. But that is the reality, and that's just how it is. So what are you going to do with this limited time that you have in this one day that you will never get back? What exactly will you waste it with some loser? Will you again not speak up your mind because you're not strong enough or you're scared? So you waste another day with someone who's not worth living your life with or even that day with? Guys, you got to live your life. If you are not happy, if you are not content with yourself or someone else, you got to move on. And if you don't move on, you're just gradually hurting yourself to a certain extent that is irreversible until it gets to the end where there's absolutely no other soul or being to blame but yourself. So I want you to think about that 24 hours a day. Even if we had 30 or 40, it's not enough. Because our world would have squeezed in something that we had to do, some project that we had to finish, and then we would still, oh my God, 40 hours is not enough. 50 is not enough. Maybe 55 is too much. But think about it. Is it enough to have 24 hours in a day? So for us, I definitely think no. Because we are greedy. We want more. We want to do more. And I think for that question, that's exactly how I feel. We will never have enough time. Number 4. When chasing a potential lover, do you prefer an easy snatch or a challenge? Guys, I'm going to repeat this multiple times. I love a woman not just for beauty. I love her for her brain. I'm in love with a smart woman. I will fall deep in love with a smart woman who has her own ideas, who's creative, who's interesting, who's thinking, who can express herself, not sit and agree with everything I say. I don't want that. I want a woman who will, and I say woman, not a girl, not a cute little girl. I want a woman who will correct me and tell me, hey, Ray. It'd be weird if we're dating and you call me Teacher Ray. So Ray, Ray, you are messing up. I need that. We need to be corrected, right? And not to deviate too far from the question, why would you want someone who's easy? Simply, I have to ask you why. Why would you want someone easy? Because if they're easy for you, then they're easy for someone else. Think about it. Let that sink in. You want someone easy, listens to what you say, doesn't have a lot of brains on her, just wants to be, with someone who has money and they just want security. I don't want a woman who just wants security. I want a woman who wants me, who wants to be with me, who wants to live life with me, share memories with me, moments with me, not someone who just using me as a tool for security and finance and safety. That's not love. And there's certain parts of certain cultures that have it twisted, like being with someone and saying you should give me a house because we're married right now. That's absolute madness. You're supposed to build some empire together, not say, hey, like you should have a house for me. We're married. No one in this world deserves anything, right? So this is something that we need to wake up and think a little bit more clearly about, because you need to earn what you earn. Sitting around and expecting someone to give you something just because society says, you got a long life coming for you. I tell you that right now. So I do not want an easy snatch. I prefer a challenge, a true conversation, a real, true, genuine clash of brains and knowledge and expertise. And we can go all day. We can dispute all day, and it will be fun. It's not an argument, right? Come on, guys. Don't be so weak. Next one. Number 5. How far can a thank you go? I had to, I had to put this one here because sometimes, guys, you don't know how much time you would save just saying thank you. Just saying thank you, right? And I'm not saying just to say thank you to say thank you. You should actually know that you're saying thank you because you need to say thank you. And there's so many selfish people out there. It's ridiculous, right? And they could just simply say thank you to a certain situation and things move on. Like when I'm sending messages and doing something for students and, they ask me to do something and they don't respond, I don't do it again. And next time they ask me, I just do it later and slower, right? And I say, hey, well, next time. And I would say, hey, you got to say thank you next time. I think it's a basic 2 words. It's just 2 words, thank and you. Why in the world can't you say that? Some people's ego is so high that they just expect you to do certain things. This is not right. No, nobody's supposed to do anything for you. Just say thank you. It's 2 words, guys. Just 2 words. 2个字而已. Even in Chinese, 谢谢. In English, thank you. But it kills some people's ego just to say thank you. We live in a very, very terrible world. It's ridiculous. Some people, it's so hard to say thank you. And some people, it's even worse. We're not even going to get to the other word. Just to say sorry. 对不起. For some people, it will take a mountain hike to the top of the Himalaya before they say sorry or thank you. It's absolutely crazy. So, how far can a thank you go? It can go light years away. Trust me, when you just tell someone thank you. Showing a little bit of appreciation, come on, guys. You're not going to die from showing a little bit of appreciation. Actually, some people will because their ego is so high. I mean, I'm talking about satellite high. That to say that thank you, you're going to be waiting an entire lifetime. People, we got to change. Number 6, is it easier to hate someone than love them? Why I put this question is because it's so easy, right, to hate someone. I'm not talking about me, just in general. Just to hate. Just to genuinely hate on another human, right? Because why I say that, look at social media. It's a mess. It's just a mess. One small thing. And it's an army of comments and dislikes and people, saying bad things about it. And the thing is that the people probably don't even have any input or insight into the situation. They're just commenting. They're just saying. They're not even really fully aware or knowledgeable about what's going on. They just want to attack. Our world was built to hate, right? So that's why love has become more valuable. It's become more rare. It's because we don't go around loving people as much as we hate people. I mean, just think about it, right? As soon as some beautiful girl walks in the room, look at the eyes. Look at this. Look at this girl. Oh, my God. As soon as a guy steps in, handsome, with a nice haircut, look at this guy. My God, look at these shoes. And then your shoes look like trash. And you're judging him, right? And your dress looks like dirt, but you're judging her. Come on, God. We can't be like this. We have to show love. I mean, I'm not telling you to kiss someone's ass, right? You don't need to hate. It's no point in hating. Why do you hate another? If they've never done anything to you, ask yourself, why do you hate them? Come on, guys, wake up. Do you genuinely hate the person that you're actually hating right now? Now, if someone just stole your man or stole your woman, or you really, really want to be with someone, but they can't get away from the person that they're with, maybe because they're married or maybe because family connections, but you know that they love you. I understand your hate, I understand. But if they've never done anything to you, ever, you just genuinely don't like them, you need to grow up. It's easier to hate someone than to love them. But from a relationship conversation, could you hate your partner? How much time do you have hating on your partner than you could be loving them? I want you to think about that. Focus more on loving them and not finding little things that they're doing so you can hate them, please. Number 7, how to know when you are somebody's the one. Guys, when someone is like checking on you and saying, and I'm not talking about have you ate breakfast. I'm talking about checking on you. Are you okay? Do you need anything? They're like there when you're down. They pop up at random moments, when you're really thinking about them, but you didn't tell them to come see you. You genuinely feel loved. You feel like in this world you are not alone because of this person. You know that they exist in your heart. And also, physically. They are there, right? They are there. You are there. Let me reverse that. You are there in their heart, right? And because you are so deep in their heart, they're deep in your heart. Guys, in some places we call that love. Think about that. How do you know when somebody's the one? You just know. Because we go through all these trash relationships and accepting and, just letting things be, just getting by, just filling the gap, just being selfish, loving people because you want to be loved, not because trying to love. You just want to have some attention. You suck. But when you really, really are in love with someone and they're in love with you, that's going to last. No money concerns, no anything. Both of you have jobs. You're doing your thing. You don't need to be richer or less poor than the other person because you're not together for money. You are together because of love. So there shouldn't even be a conversation about that, right? You just in love, plain and simple. Last one, number 8. Are you someone's love or destiny? I want to be both, right? I want to love them so much and take care of them so much that they feel like this is destiny. Now, majority of the times it's not, but you can love someone so much and make them feel so happy and so great in a relationship that they feel like, wow, this is destiny. Guys, work on that. I'm talking to the guys here. Work on that. Don't always, you got to take action. You got to be proactive. Make the woman like you. Make her love you, but you got to work on it, not just expect it because of your bank account. Yeah, they'll stay with you the whole life because of your bank account, but they don't love you. They love the money that you have. You got to make a woman genuinely love you. Because if they're just loving your money, money runs out. And even if it doesn't run out, somebody else's money will be bigger. So then what are we comparing? Think about that. Are you someone's love or destiny? So try to make them love you naturally, not make them, but naturally, until it feels like destiny. Guys, that's a wrap for me for episode 5 for Imperfect Us. Teacher Ray is out.